So, don't lower your standards for comfort. What that really means is don't lower what you've set for yourself, or don't sacrifice your goals, or don't sacrifice your goals that you have or that you've had for a long time for temporal pleasure, or pleasure that's short term. Don't lower your standards for comfort. Although you know it might be comfortable right now, you're lowering your standards, or you're lowering the greatness of your goals or your potential for some measly pleasure or dopamine right now. Could be the same meaning as short-term pleasure leads to long-term pain, because if you think about it, let me give you an example. Playing video games right now and not reading, you may all know that will set you up for the long term. You might not get as much dopamine or pleasure from reading a book as you get from playing a video game. So the short-term pleasure right now, if you think about it all the time, that most stuff that give you short-term pleasure instead of long-term pleasure are really harmful for your growth and for your potential. So anything that can help you in the future that you could do, that will lead to long-term pleasure. Reading right now will actually make you wiser in the future, make you able to reach your goals faster. Gymming right now, instead of watching that YouTube video, quote unquote the last YouTube video that you're gonna watch, instead of going to gym, that short-term pleasure, of course it's so enjoyable to watch the YouTube channel instead of go sweat under the plates, but today it's more long-term. The comfort right now don't settle for your comfort, for your long-term pleasure, for your standards. That you've always wanted a house in maybe a specific area, maybe in the Maldives or in an island, but right now you don't have a house and you're staying with your parents, and you've got a decent amount of cash in the bank account. You could settle for comfortability and go take a mortgage on a regular home instead of saving up some more and stay with your parents, which sometimes might be annoying, but your comfort right now will lower your standards. You won't have that house in the Maldives because you've already used up your cash you had that you've saved up all this time. Don't lower your standards for temporal pleasure. And I was lowering my standards for pleasure or for comfort or for respect, validation, which is another form of comfort, because people respecting you and people validating you is comfortable. It's pleasure. It's full of pleasure. It's full of dopamine. People feeling like you're part of a whole, feeling like people respect you. But at the end of the day, if you don't have self-respect, respecting my goals and respecting myself, knowing that my potential is greater than this and I don't have to settle for this for the validation of other people, I knew that I'm settling. I could have better this, I could have a better this, I could be doing something better, but I'm actually settling for comfortability, for validation. And I may think that, it's not that bad, I'm getting validation, I'm getting respect, the respect that I deserve, but why don't I have the self-respect? Self-respect starts from within. And if I had respect for myself, I wouldn't be settling. I wouldn't be lowering my standards for comfortability right now. And I think that's something I overlooked, or I knew I needed to stop doing that. I needed to stop settling, or lowering my standards. But it just felt so good, guys. The path of least resistance is a terrible teacher, as the Stoics say. And don't be scared. Be courageous. Be full of courage and reach your goals, Smash all your dreams. And it starts right now with the hard things. Do the hard things instead of the easy things. Long term pleasure instead of short term pleasure. Thank you.